Oh, can you hear me all right? What's going on? Today we're talking about debt. We're going to run through some deals and we're going to see how debt in today's market makes sense. We good? I do want to see if we can get some live calls going. I think those are good just to show y'all how we're negotiating these, how we're working these deals in today's environment. Welcome Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Let's see what we got. Was Instagram, could they hear okay yesterday? Rob,
What up?
hey, we're on live right now. Just FYI. You have any calls that we can make? Any deals? I see you're following up with everyone right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm dealing with now. We could call, because I was waiting to hear back from that a couple of these mobile home parks.
Yeah, see if you can get one of them on the line and give me a call.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about, or just see where we're at with it, or?
Yeah, I mean let's work some deals. I'm gonna be breaking down some numbers, but be good to show the people, how we're negotiating these deals, what we're saying to the brokers, sellers, whoever we're talking to.
Easy enough.
Say hello to the people.
How's it going?
That's Rob. All right, let me know. We'll be live for the next hour.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so debt. Where are today's interest rates at? Today's interest rates. What's the prime rate today? Let's see here. I'm gonna look it up. Prime rate today. Looks like current prime rate is 8.5%. All right. 8.5%. So, how do we make deals work right now? I'll tell you one thing is we're not going to buy these deals cash. As interest rates have risen, it has made these deals make a lot less sense than they did when interest rates were lower. So, what we need to do in order to make deals work in today's environment is either structure some sort of seller financing deals if sellers are wanting to sell at a high price, or B, sellers need to come down on their price low enough to where today's interest rates make sense. If you were to go get, Fannie or Freddie debt, maybe that's looking at let's just call it 7%, give or take, maybe 6.5%. 7%. Hard money's at how much? Hard money, you're easily looking at 12% plus. Your local banks, probably prime plus 2 points, which is like 10.5%. So as you can see, and as you already knew, interest rates are high, and it's making the deals make a lot less sense. So how do you make the deals work with interest rates so high? I'll tell you what a lot of people are doing is a lot of people are either not buying right now, or B, some people are probably forced to sell. There is some people out there who they needed to refinance, they needed to sell, they needed to get out of whatever debt that they had locked in place because it's finally come due and it's maturing. So some of those people right now, they probably can't refinance. I mean, if they did refinance, at today's interest rates, their debt is probably not going to be able to be serviced in the way that it did with lower interest rates. Now, if the bank is telling them, "Hey, your loan is up, you have to sell," it means that they're going to have to sell at a price that's much less than the price that they probably paid for it if they bought it 2 years ago, which is probably not good for them. They might have to come out of pocket to sell the property, which is not ideal for them. They probably are trying to negotiate some sort of loan modification with lenders. Hey, lender, give us an extra, 20 months on the loan. I'm sure that a lot of lenders are going to do this, and a lot of people who, can't refinance, they don't want to sell at today's lower prices. They're probably going to try and work out some sort of loan modification with the lenders because, first of all, the lenders are likely going to be forced to do this. They're not going to be able to refinance, they're not going to be able to sell. So it leaves the lenders and the current owners with no option other than to do some sort of loan modification, but it'll probably cost the owners of the property money to do so. Go ahead.
Beer Smith says, do we feel we are going to see an ARM distress scenario with these buyers that are upside down on arm?
Yes, that's kind of what I'm saying right now is, let me kind of explain. All right, so who is that? All right, so what's today? August 2023? Let's just call this 2024. Let's call it 2025. All right, so this is 2020. Here, cap rates really low. Interest rates almost zero. Okay, so this is 2020. As soon as the virus came in and hit the United States, interest rates got lowered even much more than they were at the time, right? There's a lot of money being injected into the economy. Interest rates were dropped down to the lowest they had ever been. And therefore, what this did was it allowed people to overpay for properties because your debt was much lower. It didn't really matter so long as your debt serviced and you were still getting some cash flow. So if you bought this property between, let's say, what point is this? We're going to call this 20. Oops, I added an extra thing there. We're going to call this 2022. This is when interest rates started rising, right? Now we don't know if the Fed's going to continue to raise interest rates or if they're going to stay where they're at, but they're not lowering them right now, right? So from 2020 through basically, January of 2022, people were probably overpaying for properties here. It wasn't necessarily overpaying at the time if you're looking at it based on what their debt cost them, because their debt was really low. They're probably able to get really good debt terms, great interest rate, interest only. But now, if you bought from here to here, and let's say that your interest rate was only locked in for 2 years, or if your debt is maturing within 2 years. So you basically have, right now we're in 2023. So anybody who bought here and their debt is coming due between here and here until interest rates start to lower, they're kind of screwed. They either A, have to bite the bullet and keep a property that is no longer going to cash flow with today's interest rates. Because what happens, right? When your interest rate was, let's just call it 4%, and now that ends, and your interest rate jumps up to now, let's just call it 8%, you were paying way more out in debt than you were the previous 2 years. So these people who own these properties, they probably overpaid for it here. They probably didn't expect interest rates to rise the way that they did. And now that their debt is coming due, they either like I said, have to refinance, which it's probably not going to work out really well with interest rates at where they're at today. Because when they bought it, they were underwriting it with the interest rate of somewhere down here, right? So now that the debt costs, way more than it did when they bought the property, it's probably not going to cash flow. Two, they have to sell it. So what happens when interest rates are now here at 8%, right? When interest rates are here at 8%, if you bought it, let's just say, if you bought it at a 4 cap in 2020, and you need to sell the property now, so this is 2023, need to sell, and the interest rates are at 7, 8%, you're going to have to sell this property at, 8, 9 cap. So what does that mean? Assuming NOI stayed the same, let's say NOI was, let's call it 200 grand in 2020. If NOI stays the same, hey Rob, give me 1 sec. Okay, I'll call you back in 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so if your NOI stays the same, when you bought this in 2020, if your NOI was 200 grand at a 4 cap, it means that you paid $5 million for it. Now, in 2023, if NOI is still 200 grand and you got to sell it at an 8 cap, that means that your price you're going to sell at is 2.5 million. So that is where the opportunity is, and all that's changed is the interest rate. So let's call Rob. We got someone on the phone, and we are going to I think this is the 36 units in, is it Rockdale? Not Rockdale. Caldwell. And just watch and see how the conversation works with everybody knowing that it's not going to cash flow with today's interest rates.
All right, I got Alex here as well.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good. I'm sorry, Robert. Tell me what we're talking about here. I apologize.
Yeah, no, it's this is Molina, the mobile home park down on Bush, 113 Bush. He sent us that contract, which I'm trying to pull up last week, and then we made sent him back our revisions that we wanted on it.
Got it. Yeah. All right. Tell me where we're at. Did you speak to the seller about the revisions we needed?
Correct. I'm just wanted because of the request that you asked had a couple things that I didn't know if he had it or not. I just got the bank statements, the tax return, the P&L is the same one that you have. I got this survey. I'm trying to find out about if I am missing something out of it. I got the statistics, and then there's the stipulation on the mobile units. If you can see, the tax record shows that he has a few ownerships. Doesn't mean that he doesn't own them, meaning that he doesn't have it recorded with the county. So then that's why he pays so low taxes. So it's like he only has the land, even though each one of them has a property address.
Yeah. What condition?
Don't have title.
What condition are these? What condition are these homes in? Anyways,
They're pretty good. They're good. They're good. He renovates everything whenever they move out, and then but most of those tenants are 5 years old, 7-year-old. There's a couple of 10 years old. And then there's a couple of them that move around. The ones that they stay, it's that they own their own mobile home, and those are the ones that I will start kicking them out if I was you, if you buy it,
Yeah.
But that's about it. So.
Yeah, they're pretty old though, right? I'm looking at it right now from Google.
But he's a contractor,
Uh-huh.
owner.
Yeah.
So he fixed them up, and because he has them paying for the insurance, even though they're ours, I mean, as an owner wise, so he kind of maintains them and helps them out, and then he charges them for repairs that needed to be repaired. But overall, they're okay.
Yeah.
There's
So
only one house, one mobile home that is a storage. That one of the tenants is using as a storage, and it's in pretty bad condition. But he closed it in, no AC, no nothing, and the guy's a landscaper, so that's where he keeps all his equipment or something like that.
Got it.
So
but
that's about it.
But you are saying that he does not own the mobile homes.
We own 10 mobile homes, one house, one storage. The other 9 are tenant owner occupied. So we only renting the land. So if you see the bracket that I send you with the cost, anything under, I think it's $850. Any price below that number, it's tenant owned. And I put owned by tenant, they own the land. So I specified them in each one of them.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's 9 of them.
Yeah. All right. And so, all right. So what other questions did you have for us? Sorry about that.
No, I just got to redact the contract, adjust it, waiting for one document, and then we send it for signatures and approval from you guys, and then we send it back in.
Okay. That sounds good. Well, just let us know what you need.
You got it.
I have a question. Do you happen to have any photos of the units, like from inside? Because a lot of
no, never. Only the exterior. Whenever we were building the driveway, and that is it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't show anything, just the exterior driveway and the edges of each unit, but that's about it. Never been to any of them. Not even when I sold it.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to, because I have the rents you sent me, and you're saying and that's the only T12 you have from January 1st through May 19th?
Correct.
Okay.
But did you see the one that I sent the like only the mobile home and land rental amount, and then mobile home only or rental only or land only?
That one.
Okay. You see that one?
No.
Okay, let me send you that one. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I texted to you. It's okay. I can resend it. That's not a big deal.
Oh yeah. Can you send it in the email chain? And then yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. I appreciate you working on that and making those changes to that contract. And then any update? And I was going to let Alex know you had a lady that something coming up pretty soon in Congress.
The 50 units. Yeah, I'll let you know whenever she wants to still. She's pretty old, but I don't want to bug her because if she, her husband, I don't think that she can have it, but I'll keep you posted on that.
Okay. Yeah, send that other one, and then let us know when you get when you get that contract sent over. I appreciate it.
I will.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye.
All right.
What was where did we want that one at?
We wanted it 1.5. We changed it to 1.4. He said he wouldn't do it, so I said, all right, just make the changes and send it back. Because that's the one where we did I'm trying to see. Yeah, we changed a lot of boxes.
What's the does it make sense at 1.4?
I mean, I think it makes sense at 1.5. It's so right now we're at 1.5. I think unless he changes that, or unless he keeps it at 1.4, I'll just see what he does at the when the contract comes back. I'm trying to. There's 2 different email chains on this one, but it's
We got any questions?
16,400 a month in the gross income.
16.4.
Yeah. And then and then his expenses. Here we go. Through the month, or so, 5 months of expenses. Or so last year, his expenses were about 19,000. Is what he had.
Yeah, it's gonna be more than that.
Right. Yeah. So then you add on.
It'd probably be about like, I don't know, 30, 35 in expenses, I imagine. 30, 35%.
Trying to do because they updated they upped the rent this year starting January. So, because he only has January through May. It's the only thing he has for this year. He doesn't have the next 2 months, but for those 5, 7, 9.
Did Melinda ever get back? I thought that's who we were speaking to. That's why I was confused.
Melinda's the one from Caldwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard back from her. I've texted, emailed.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just see what he.
The other one.
Let's see what this guy. Let's see what this guy sends back. I'm thinking maybe we want to. I'm thinking maybe. I want to verify, but I think the expenses are probably going to be about 30%, 35%, depending on who's doing maintenance and everything. Management, taxes, insurance won't be that much. I bet. Do you know who pays for utilities?
He has some of the utilities on here. Some, he said gas is covered by the tenant, electric is paid, well and septic, it's on well and septic. But he does have a line item for utilities on here.
Yeah, I have a feeling the expense ratio is going to be about like 30, 35%.
Yeah.
Taxes.
Which brings the NOI based off this year at about 130.
Yeah. So.
And then 1.5.
Yeah. You think we can get him down to 1.3?
We could try, but probably not. Because we initially sent it at 1.4, so I don't know. He said no to that, and I said just make the changes and send it back. So I don't know if he's going to do it at.
Yeah, but do they have any buyers right now?
Doesn't sound like it.
Good. Let's just see. Let's just see what he sends back and take it from there.
Yeah.
All right. Any more right now?
No, the other lady said she would call me later. She's working on the seller financing portion for the other RV park, 63 pads. And this one is in. I'd have to relook it up, but this one they're willing to do seller financing.
Yeah.
So she's working on a contract and send that over as well.
But, all right. Well, keep me updated on that one.
Will do.
All right, buddy.
Easy enough. All right. Talk to you later.
All right, bye.
All right.
All right. So, I was talking about if you bought it at a 4 cap in 2020, if NOI is still $200,000, and you need to sell it today, you're going to have to sell it at a much higher cap rate than what you bought it for, because no one. We have, huh? We're not going to be able to. No one is going to be able to buy it at the $5 million with today's interest rates and be able to make it work. So here's what sellers are proposing that buyers do. So sellers are proposing that buyers sellers are proposing that buyers put 50% down and assume existing debt if they have debt locked in at a lower interest rate. They are suggesting put 50% down and seller finance 50%. Some sellers they don't want to sell. They're kind of forced to sell, refinance, everything I just mentioned. They're trying to raise capital to extend loan. So you see when they try and refinance right now, they have to bring cash to the table. So they have to bring money to the bank in order to refinance and buy down the rates, or they don't have enough equity in the property. So they're trying to raise capital to extend or refinance. And these are their options right now. To sell at these prices that they want to sell at, they're trying to get buyers to put 50% down and assume the existing debt if there's debt locked in, or they're trying to get buyers to put 50% down and the seller will seller finance the other 50%, give or take. Now, why would they do that? Well, it's because the properties are worth 50%, give or take, of what they used to be based on the NOI that they're bringing in, today's interest rates, the cap rate that they would have to sell at today in order for the deal to make sense. The property is worth whatever amount they're trying to, get seller finance to you. That is the amount that the property is not worth. For example, there's a $4.6 million apartment complex here in Austin, give or take. They are offering, I think they're offering $2 million of that to be seller financed. And the reason that they're doing that is because the property, it's the only way to make the deal work. Based on the NOI that the property is bringing in, and based on the price that they want to sell at, it's a horrible deal. And so they're trying to, work this by saying, hey, put, $2.6 million down and we'll seller finance the remaining $2 million. And it's because the property is worth $2 million less than they're trying to sell it for, based on the NOI that it's bringing in and based on today's current environment. So it's a very interesting environment that we're in right now. There's not a lot of buyers out there. Nobody wants to sell right now. People who are selling right now either A, have to, B, can't refinance, C, can't extend their loan, or D, they can't continue to hold on to this property and lose money with today's interest rates based on, the existing debt that they have in place. So sellers are going to have to come down on their prices. They're going to have to become more reasonable, or they're going to have to figure out another solution to save their deals and not lose a ton of money or just have the bank take it back. I think that there might be some opportunity in speaking to the banks in the event that the sellers, are not able to sell at the lower prices. They're not able to refinance or work out a loan modification. I think there might be an opportunity in working directly with the bank to work out some sort of deal where you take over ownership and the existing principal balance versus what the sellers might be trying to do in order to get the deals moved and off of their plate. This is what they're trying right now, is they're trying to raise more cap. I mean, they've had these deals for a couple of years now, and they're trying to raise more capital, 300, 400, 500 grand, in order to work out some sort of loan modification, buy down their interest rate. And I'm not sure how well this is going to work for them. I understand that they don't want to sell their properties for the price that today's market is demanding right now. But this is their first, for those who are trying to keep the properties. This is the first one. This is the first shot that they're taking, out of their limited ammo to try and make something work. I think we're in like the first inning of this game here. I don't know how long it's going to last. The moment interest rates start lowering is the moment that I think this opportunity is going to disappear from us. And so, we're kind of figuring it out as we go along, but we're remaining really patient. We got a ton of deals that we're looking at, a ton of deals. And we're being very aggressive on negotiating these. And really, we're looking for just a few home runs here in the next 18, 24 months. If we just buy a couple home runs in the next 3 to 5 years, those home runs are going to do very, very, very well for us. We got capital to invest right now. We're sitting on more cash than we ever have before. We're in a very good position. We're very aggressive. We're hungry. We're looking for deals, but we're remaining really patient and only taking down, the ones that are the sweetest deals that we see. There is a ton of opportunity right now, so don't miss it if you're ever wanting to buy commercial multifamily or industrial or storage or any of these asset classes that have been trading at 3 caps, 4 caps, 5 caps in bad markets. Now they have to sell at prices that are much, much, much lower due to the cost of debt. And if you buy them right, at the right cap rate, buy a good property, good location, get some sort of good debt on it as much as you can still cash flow. And you might not get the best cash on cash return today, but lock it in, get a good deal at a good cap rate in a great location with a property that's got a lot of potential. And you hold on to this for 3-5 years. When interest rates come down, you refinance at lower rates, you're going to be doing very, very well. So that's our game plan. Don't worry about the cost of debt right now. What you need to worry about is the deals, versus the debt. The debt is what it is. You need to start negotiating and working the deals to find deals that make sense with today's rates. And be aggressive. There's not many buyers out there right now. Not many people are looking to buy these deals. A lot of people are sitting on the sidelines. There's not a lot of buyers in the game right now. I think a lot of the buyers who were in the game are these people right now. They're trying to raise more capital so that they don't lose the deal they bought 2 years ago. They're trying to get you to put 50% down. They're trying to work some deal that's unreasonable. And by the way, they know this too. Like I said, it's the first inning, so I don't feel like they have fully experienced the distress that they need to experience in order for us to buy them at great prices yet. But as the innings go further and as the game goes along, and as this option right here gets taken off the table and they can't do that, and as this one right here gets taken off the table and they can't do that, and as this one gets taken off the table and they can't do that, and the bank says, hey, we're taking back the property if you don't figure this out, I think they're going to start to become a little bit more reasonable in the way that they need to get a deal done. So be patient, be aggressive, always be looking. Send us some deals. We would love to partner with you. Submit a deal on our website. Let me show you guys. If you got a deal, just go to, let me share my screen here. Sorry, Instagram. All right, so just go to Teifke Real Estate. Can't spell. TeifkeRealEstate.com. Go to hover over investors, click submit a deal, and fill this out. Submit the deal. Let's work it together. Let's partner on more deals. We need more people with capital. We need more people with deals. This is the opportunity that everybody here has been waiting on to steal some deals, and really good deals at that. So things are about to go on sale. They should have already been on sale, but I just don't think that it's fully hit yet. But go to our website, submit a deal, send us an email, send us a DM. We would love to buy some real estate with you guys. I think we're going to see, we're going to see a lot of bad deals over the next 18, 24 months, but there's going to be some really, really, really good ones. And if we're able to capitalize on those really good ones, those are the deals that are going to change your life for forever. Yeah. So a few things. If you're local here in Austin, Texas, even if you're not local, make your way out to Austin, Texas. This Friday at 4:30 p.m. at Cover 3 in Round Rock, we're having the monthly entrepreneur community mixer, free drinks. I think there's going to be some food there, but a great opportunity to network, meet more people. And, if there's 70 of us there, and we all have 10 grand each to put into one of these deals, we can go out and buy a great deal. So meet more partners, meet more connections. There's going to be all different types of people there within the entrepreneur community. So make sure you attend that if you can. And then next Thursday at 6 p.m., we're going to be going live. You have to register for the webinar. It's free. But Matt and I are going to be teaching you how we built a portfolio from scratch. We were not raised with trust funds. Nobody gave us anything. We had to be very creative in the way that we approached creating our portfolio. And we just hustled. And we have a $25 million plus portfolio right now. Like I've just been talking about, we're looking to add way more to it over the next 18 months. We're going to teach you exactly how we did it. You don't need great credit. You don't need a lot of capital. You don't need to come from a wealthy family or a rich family. 8 years ago, I was shooting heroin and working at Firehouse Subs. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So next Thursday, August 31st at 6 p.m., we're going to show you exactly how to build a portfolio from scratch, how we did it. It's a free webinar. You have to register. So we hope to see you there. Until then, make sure to submit some deals, and we will see you next week.